Hey yo, it's Bays in the house. Welcome to Bays Analysis, man. It's your boy Bays here. It's been a minute, man. Things have happened. My birthday was like a few days ago, so like I've not been able to shoot videos like that because hangover. We have to one or two now. So it's actually been fun. It's everything has been going well, and World Cup has been no much surprises to be honest. People shouting about Ronaldo's brace yesterday, and I'm like, what were you people expecting? Like, it's Ronaldo now. I know people with a lot of the uproar concerning the Ronaldo Portugal issue. I don't see it. The uproar me I had was the platforming of the team concerning you are using a striker that is age that is quite old, so you are not expecting him to be gone cow running to and fro and all. You have to platform the team to help him. So and the first match that started with Bernardo Silva, I think Bernardo Silva, Bruno played as a 10 ball. Neto was the only one supplying crosses and all. It was just too rigid and he was basically isolated. But though he missed chances, I will not lie, to be honest. He was not like he was his best self either. But that yesterday's game, bar it was Uzbekistan. I know that they are not a great team to say Omo Ronaldo was, but one thing that I can say is the threat expanded the field wide enough for him to be for his isolation to be with few people in the sense that yes, okay, Neto started, then Neto, Jao, Felix, and Bruno down the middle. And if you watch that match closely, you realize that because of Neto kept the weight, Jao Neves he drifted in most of the time because of Neves, Mendes. Mendes, if Neves drifts in, Mendes overlaps. If Neves, sorry, if Felix or Jao Felix, if Jao Felix drifts in, Mendes overlaps. If Jao Felix keeps the width, Mendes drifting. So it was kind of easy. So this way, you have their back four was actually spread out. I didn't even back four, back five. It was basically back five. But they had to spread out and you have to occupy with the likes of Bruno and that midfield. So there was space for Ronaldo to work with. So it was quite better. The platforming was better than having Bernardo Silva where everywhere is just choked. So he has to be finding little. He's not a Messi. Messi is that kind of player where he can play in crowded spaces, but he needs space. He needs a little bit of breathing space for him to be able to let loose. And people are not saying this enough. That first goal, Bruno's pass was exceptional, was world class. That goal, that Ronaldo's goal was not just that was exceptional. That was when you realize that no, when you realize that the technique to be able to use his heel, he didn't use his inside of his foot. The heel of his foot, that's the inside of the heel of his foot. That was where he used to pass the ball to the far end. The technique to be able to do it and not kick it off field. I was impressed. Though he's Ronaldo. Like that's what when they say fine wine, when the older the wine gets, the better it is. When it comes to work rate and all, the older you get, your work rate can never get better. But when it comes to technique and application, the older you get, your technique and application will surely get better if you are working on it. And that was as the ball was rolling, I was looking at the rolling like if this ball enters this net, God. And it entered, I was like, oh my goodness, this guy was kidding. Though forget it be Uzbekistan or anything, that was a world class goal. That goal was pure class. The second goal, I don't know if you play if you play FIFA a lot. I'm a first pole addict. I like that first pole is always sweet and it's a very risky place to put the ball, especially maybe when the game is at that particular end. It's very risky to put the ball. But if you get it, it's always there's this joy because it's a tiny space you have to work with. And he worked that first goal. That second goal, the first part was like Ronaldo, what you now when he said I'm back after that first goal, and when he said I'm back, that second goal, um, how will I put it? The second goal qualifies that statement of I'm back That second goal just said he's fully back. That second goal was that first goal was it was giving me. I was like, oh god, this. I just had to like it's Pakistan. I don't want to go outboard, but damn, that second goal was no. It wasn't tapping. It was not like it was efficient finishing. And I said it. I think I said it in one of my previous videos. If it comes to finishing, his finishing is world class. I don't think there's anybody on this planet presently that is playing football that finishes better than him. The worst, you are on the same level. His finishing is exceptional. He's just older. His finishing is quite exceptional. And that match was kind of not surprised. 5-0. It was with quality of play or the quality of players. It was already 3-0 without them kicking the ball. When it comes to quality of players. And Uzbekistan, they are not that resolute in terms of being able to keep a team from scoring a goal or something like that. So it is what it is. All the matches, I'm happy for Colombia. I think Colombia won their own match. Was it one? I think it was 1-0. Most of the matches that ended yesterday stroke today, 1-0, yes, Colombia 1-0, Croatia, Panama 1-0. They were all finishing this thing. England, Ghana, yeah. England they were fortunate. And I like Bellingham's his interview. England they were actually fortunate because Ghana had a plan and they went through with it. Ghana's coach, I've forgotten, I don't know his name per se, but apparently I heard the coach in Man U was one of the backroom staff under Ferguson at the time, and Neville was talking about how boring. Because I watched the overlap this morning, and Neville was talking about how boring his sessions were, but the difference was they were boring, but when they get on the pitch, it's crazy how that. Okay, he gave an example. Now give an example. Man U, Barca semi-finals in the Champions League, and we play, over the 180 minutes. Man U Barca with Messi, Eto'o, and Henry, we didn't concede a goal in over 180 minutes because of this guy's pattern of coaching, in like the way he platformed Man U to play Barcelona. Over 180 minutes, he didn't concede a goal. He left and we played Barca in the final and we lost. We got battered. We wanted to go against them. So I kind of heard Neville's explanation concerning the guy, I was like, I'm actually not going to be surprised because Ghana too against Panama, it was 0-1. They are going to be getting wins they are not going to be conceding a lot of goals. And if they are going to lose probably 1-0, or they are going to be probably 1-0 because they missed Kudus, to be honest. If Kudus was there to kind of add a little more play. If Kudus was in that match, they probably would have won. Because they basically just had only Semenyo. Ayew is just trying to guide ball and try to find the pass, but nah, they would have probably won. But kudos too to England because they actually, at least they did not just enter their shell when they realized everything was not working. They actually kept fighting and all. So kudos to England. But the main thing is, to be honest, like Bellingham said, this guy should have gotten the one of the Ghanaian players should have gotten man of the match, to be honest. And because they know their position, they know who they are, and they came with respect to who they are. They came to guide that match to at least to qualification, which they needed just 1 point. At least now they got 1 point. Their last match is who are they playing last match? Croatia. If they get 1 point from Croatia, they are definitely going to be second. So they will never even be thinking of third place finish. I'm not as a Nigerian no more. You know really sweet, sir. You know sweet. Just be like say the ball be like eggs for their eye. They just after the ball. They know. I think the coach was telling them that when he was training with them, gave them this ball, just sit and head. The way what this man, this coach was saying, you have to love the ball. They were loving the ball. They loved. They did not allow anything pass through. And that was impressive. Bro. That was quite impressive. So the matches now we are in the final stage of the group stage, and the matches that are coming up, all the matches are in pairs now. So we have 2 matches around 8 p.m. That's Nigerian time. So much like Bosnia, Qatar, Switzerland, Canada. Switzerland, Canada, I feel it's going to be like a 2-2. Bosnia, Qatar, I feel it's going to be 2-0. Bosnia, Qatar. Then Scotland, Brazil. That's the match of Scotland, Brazil. That match, I don't know how you feel like Scotland is going to make the match hell for Brazil. Brazil they've not qualified as the top yet. They are both on the same point with Morocco. You get because Morocco won Scotland, and which is the harder one. So Morocco they have the upper hand to finish at the top of the table more than Brazil presently. So I don't know. If I'm going to give a prediction for Scotland Brazil, I'll probably predict 1-2. So Brazil should win 1-2 or probably 0-1 because I know Scotland will try their best to be so resolute. They will not want to concede a lot of goals so that at least even if they are finishing third place, their third place will probably enter the top 8. Then Morocco, Haiti. Honestly, if it was last World Cup, I would have said Morocco will finish Haiti like maybe 4-0, 5-0. But I don't know. It just feels like they don't have a lot of goals in them. So I'll probably say Morocco 80 will probably be like let's say 3-0. 3-0 max. Morocco 80. Then for the midnight matches, uh Czech Republic, Mexico. Mexico, I would say Czech Republic will probably win 1 because they kind of need to win. Mexico has already qualified, but because it's probably going to be in Mexico, I'll probably let me just put it 1-1. Czech Republic, Mexico. South Africa, South Korea. South Korea will probably win 2-0. And then the Ivory Coast, Croatia, we'll talk about that one later. So that aside, now we are going into our transfer window. Manchester United. Una won't kill me. Una actually won't kill me. I will not honestly. I cannot be angry with them because what they are doing is basically what I've asked for. Like they shouldn't just go and pay what any club claims the player is worth. Because if you are telling me Fernandez is worth 85 million, how much do you think they will have sell Tchouameni if they have to sell Tchouameni? Because I know probably Real Madrid is going to put Tchouameni's price around 80 million, 85 million. But if you are paying 85 million for Fernandez, be ready to pay 100 million for Tchouameni. Fernandez, everybody knows he is not 85 million. Everybody knows. And Tottenham that is going, jumping up and down, jumping to every player, every nook and high. It's all to the player though. It's all to the player. I know Tonali is more about the money right now. Though I don't know why he's tired of new what? Just stay in Newcastle. Ask for um a raise and stay in Newcastle. Why go to Tottenham? Well, maybe the coach deserving might be more of a better proposition for him than. But for me, I feel just stay in Newcastle. If it is the money, just stay in Newcastle. I feel you can get other deals in Newcastle. Like you can be under Newcastle and get other maybe Qatar deals, and because they are owned by estates this thing too. So they can get other deals that can kind of bulk up his salary up. So because what it, Tottenham of all things like it is what it is. But um Fernandez, I think he has made it clear that it's United he wants to go to. So I know we are trying to drive a hard bargain, and I'm fine with a 65 million sure, then 5 million in add-ons. Max 10 million in add-ons. That's max I feel you can go. Any other thing they should just get out because I don't understand why West Ham is it's not what to me it's not really what all that. Then if you add Somerville to it, you give Somerville 40 million pounds, then 10 million in add-ons. That already is like 105 million pounds. That is enough. They should go and rest the add-ons when it comes. It's not. I don't think it's not. It's going be that deep. Madrid, they are going to. And Madrid, they've been going very sharp. Like they're going like a spear. If they know they can agree, they'll go ASAP. They are not talking with Fernandez because Fernandez has made it clear that he's not interested in going to Madrid. Even not they would have gone hard on him. But Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea, they are eyeing him. They've not really started anything serious on him yet. Because according to Fabrizio, they have other targets too. So they are trying to weigh up all the targets before they make a move. And they also want to let go of a player. I'm happy that Manu has made it clear that we are not interested in Camavinga. The person we want is Tchouameni. So if we should pick one, if you want to buy Enzo Fernandez, you can give us Tchouameni. It's not a bad deal. Convert Valverde to a 4. Valverde can play anywhere. You can put him as a 9. You can put him as a 10. I feel Valverde can even keep. He should be able to keep. He can do anything on that pitch. So you can just give us Tchouameni. I will be so glad to have Tchouameni. Then what else again? There's Diomande stuff. We had Liverpool. They want to go back in for Diomande. Let's see how it goes. But Man U's stadium uh build at the new stadium that we are getting, and I was so happy that they were able to get all the project. But there's a caveat to everything because hope it will not affect our transfers going forward. I feel maybe next season, if we are a little bit what will I say? If we are capped in our transfer for next, like not this summer, like next summer, if we are capped for our transfer next summer, I feel it probably will be better than being capped this summer. Because this summer, I feel if we can sort a lot of things this summer, next summer with the progress of a few of our youths and some buyings like now Orozo that we bought, Konya and all, we'll be able to know okay, this is the platform, and we are maybe might just need 2 3 signings. It's better for us to be capped next summer than this summer because I don't want them to now say because we are building a new stadium, they will now cap us. It will not be funny. This it will not be funny into next season because the team has to get used to the whole 3 game a week stuff again. Some players are used to it here, but they have to get used to it again, all over again. So it's going to be fun, and there are some heated stuff that are coming up, especially immediately after the third round. It's going to get heated in World Cup, and we are all here for it. We are all here for it. And kudos to Chelsea for hijacking Paistre. I think that's the name, Paistre also. The deal from Inter Milan. Kudos to them. I feel it's going to be it's a nice deal. The guy is actually he has passed the eye test when it comes to YouTube. But I don't know about physical like live eye test. So, but I think that's all for today. See you guys next time. Like, share, subscribe, follow the channel, and love to have you guys soon.